Hi, I'm Sydney and welcome back to my Flock and Squawk. This week I'm going to be mending some of my clothes. I have 2 pairs of pants, a top that I've made a couple years ago, and a jacket. So first off, my jacket. It's just a simple fuzzy Eddie Bauer jacket, but in the arm sleeve it is starting to come away. So it has a hole where it shouldn't, so I'm just going to stitch this up. And then for my top that I have, I made this a few years ago. It is a sailor top, but in one of the armpits, the sleeve is starting to come away. It has a little bit of a hole. So I'm going to fix that. And then I have 2 pairs of the same style of jeans from Lee. I love this type of pant. I have 3 pairs. This is my vintage pair that I had thrifted, and in the back right here is a hole, so I'm thinking I'll patch it with some iron-on patches. I'll have to see. And then it also does have a tiny hole in the front, but I'm not too worried about patching that. I might just do it to add to the look of the pants. These pants are also like very stained and whatnot, so it's not the biggest deal. And then I have another pair of the same jeans. These are brand new versions that I had gotten after these ones. I've had them for quite a while, so not quite brand new, but the right hand pocket is opening up at the seam. And it's not an issue at the moment because the pants have very deep pockets, but I want to fix it before it does become an issue or I lose something out of them. So we are going to get right into it. So first off, since I have these jeans here, I think I'm going to try and stick them under the sewing machine and do a zigzag stitch. And just like that, it is fixed. So it is a little tricky, but you just have to be careful putting it under the machine. So 1 pair of pants complete. So for my pants pocket, my sleeve of my coat, and my shirt sleeve, it's all basically going to be the same as what I've just shown or have just done on the pants pocket. So I'm going to bring you in close as I do those 2, and then I will bring it back to when I am deciding on the patches for my pants. So for the sleeve of my jacket, I'm just taking the sleeve, turning it inside out, and then folding it along where the seam should be with the seam allowance. And then I am going to tuck it under, lining up the edges. Oh, it's a bit thick for my machine, so I'm just tucking it under, making sure that I have these lined up underneath. And I'm doing the same zigzag stitch. So I'm holding my thread, and then it's just a nice little zigzag, making sure I catch both. So now this should be all stitched up. So now my jacket is all stitched up. So as you can see, barely, I have stitched up with a zigzag, but I can no longer press my hand through, so I'll turn it right side out, and it's how it should be. So no more hole in my sleeve. And then finally, let's see where the hole is on the sleeve. So, it's my left sleeve, and it is right here. So I'm going to turn this inside out. And I have a good amount of seam allowance, so I am going to pin where I need to stitch to fix the hole. So I have just a little space that I need to stitch. So I'm going to bring the camera back over and show you me on the machine. So I'm going to pull my thread away, and then I'm going to take my project where I have it pinned, going to gently maneuver it underneath the presser foot. Remove that pin, and then as you can see here, I have my second pin lined up under the presser foot, and I'm just going to sew along. I'm going to take this pin out, and I'm just going to pull it flat. And I'm going to go past where the pin is, where that hole had started, just to be secure. And then I'm going to run it off the edge. And bring up my needle, lift up my presser foot, trim strings, and we are done. And just like that, the seam has been sewn shut again. So we are going to turn this right side out, and that's how it looks. All correct. So now this top's ready to be pressed and worn again. Now before I get into patching my vintage pair of Lee jeans, I want to share with you some projects that I have been working on. I was not filming them because I have been practicing laying fabric on my dress form and using that to create my own pattern pieces. So I have the back with a dart. So I use this as my base after having draped it on the dress form, Judy. And from that, I have made a little hobbity type vest. It's very cute. I hope to wear it over top of the peasant blouse I eventually plan to make. And then using that same pattern, instead of having it front open, I'm doing a side closure top. Now this top is very short, also just like the vest, so I am debating on if I want to leave it so cropped or if I want to add on to the bottom to be full coverage. So with that, let's get into the patches I have purchased for my pants. So for my pants, I wasn't sure what kind of patches I would like to use. So I got a little bit. I mean, I have sort of an idea of what I was leaning towards, but here are my patches that could be going on my pants. So I have these two flowers, which are identical. I did receive them for free. They were just a giveaway. And then I have an old school hippie Volkswagen. I've got Groovy, a little yellow submarine, a happy colorful flower, which I think would be cute, a mixtape cassette, some Groovy Peace and Love, a cute little guitar, which might be too small for the hole on the back of my pants, And then an all you need is love heart. Kermit the Frog drinking a beer. The sun and the moon. A moon child. A mystical mushroom. An adorable goose with a knife. And then a white dove with glasses and a peace offering. So I'm not entirely sure which one I want at the moment, but I'm going to audition them and show you all which ones I end up choosing. So I'm debating on if I just want the single patch or if I want to just sort of spread some out so it looks a little more intentional and less like a fix. I think I'm just going to go with this and then maybe put the guitar on the front one. So I'm going to get to pressing. So while my iron heats up, I'm going to let you know that I am using a pressing mat. I don't know exactly what the proper name for it is, but you put this over top of whatever you're ironing and use it so that way it keeps your iron clean. So I'm going to use this to make sure that none of the piece from the iron-on patches end up on my iron, to make sure that none of that glue sticks on. So I'm going to press these and then give you a reveal. Also, as a little side note, I'm going to be pressing them one at a time and making sure that they are fully stuck on before I continue. One down, here we go. So here are my jeans. Here's what the back looks like, although that wasn't supposed to happen, now was it? Let's give it another go. I hope that's on secure now. So here are the back of my jeans. Should I add another? And then this is the front so far. I'm debating on if I want to add another patch. If I do, should I go with the guitar? It's kind of low down by my knee though. So for the front of my pants, I think I might experiment a little. You know what? I think I'm going to just go for it. So with all these patches pressed on my pants, here is what they look like. So covering the initial hole that I needed to fix is All You Need Is Love. Then I have the sun and the moon, the little yellow submarine, and my mixtape. On the other side, I decided to add the groovy, the flower, and the van. Then on the front, just for fun, I decided to add Kermit the Frog drinking a pint of beer, and then the goose patch. So obviously I went above and beyond just fixing the patch and adding a little extra to my pants. But I hope that you enjoy and you get some inspiration to mend the clothes and the projects you've been waiting to fix, but also maybe give some new life to a pair of pants. Obviously the patches I chose aren't for everyone, but there are a large variety of patches and other things that you could use, or you could simply darn the hole or mend it with a piece of fabric. I decided to go this route because it adds a little extra flavor to these pants. I'm not sure how often I'll wear them out in public, but I love the fit of these pants, and I would be very upset if I could never wear them again, just for the comfort and the fit. Like I said and showed, I have more than one pair of these pants, but these are my only vintage pair, and they have a slightly different feel to them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, gain some inspo on mending your own clothes or giving new life to a pair of pants that have just been sitting around. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below what you would like to see. Happy Thanksgiving to all of my American friends, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!